Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. In my last video showing you how to construct the jacket from the Eurostar pattern, I had several requests to show also the pencil skirt. During today's tutorial, I'll walk you through those construction steps and share with you some of my tips and tricks to make that great skirt. As a doll pattern designer, I often feel like you just can't have too many house models, and I did make a purchase on eBay. If you guys would like to stay with me till the end of the video, I'll show you what's in the box. The Eurostar Chic pencil skirt consists of just 3 pieces shown here. We have the front of the skirt, the back of the skirt, and then the waistband. You are going to need a zipper for the installation, but you just need a short piece about 2.5 inches. I'm going to be making it out of a red wool with a polyester lining. So the first step in getting started is to get the dart sewn in the front and the back of the skirt. To mark the placement for the darts, I like to take a heat erasable marker and put it right at the apex of the dart, poke a small hole, place it over the pattern piece, and mark where that apex ends. Next, I'll just grab a pin and place it right at that tip of the dart so I know not to extend past it with my stitches. With all of the darts sewn, we're going to tie off the darts at the apex, take it over to the ironing board, and press the darts to the side. We'll grab our 2 back sections, place them right sides together, and sew from the zipper opening down to the vent. You'll grab your scissors and clip in towards the seam allowance at the base of the zipper opening, as well as at the beginning of the vent. You'll press the zipper opening open, as well as that center back seam. From the right side of the garment, I like to place both vents heading to the left and lining up that center back seam. We'll grab that back of the skirt and our zipper. We'll place the finished edge of the zipper just below the zipper opening and pin it up one side and get it sewn in place. I've said in several videos you can put this in by hand, or you can even baste it first and then use your machine as you gain confidence with zipper installation. If you're satisfied with the installation, you can go ahead and pull the zipper pull to the lowest position on the skirt and cut off the extra zipper tape. Next, we'll grab the front section of the skirt, place it right sides together to the back, and sew the side seams. Off camera, I completed the lining to the skirt utilizing the same steps that we went through for the exterior portion. I'm going to place the lining to the skirt right sides together and sew along the hem edge from vent to vent. For the back vent, you're going to fold the top layer in 1/2 of an inch, and that lower layer, you're going to fold in 1/4 of an inch, and you're going to give it a press. We're going to finish that with our needle and thread, but we'll do that a little bit farther down in the construction. The top vent will line up directly with the center back seam. With the lining on the outside, we're going to pin the lining to the zipper tape and then hand sew it in place. Next, we'll baste the lining to the vent opening. You can take a few stitches across the vent to secure it in place. With our vent secure, we're going to baste the skirt lining to the skirt at the waist edge. We'll take our waistband lining, turn one long side up 1/4 of an inch, and give it a press. We'll take the waistband lining, pin it right sides together to the waistband, and sew the other long edge. We can trim down the seam allowance to reduce the bulk at the waistband. Placing the waistband to the skirt with right sides together, we'll extend the waistband past the zipper edge by 1/2 inch on the right back opening, and then we'll continue to pin all the way around to the other side. You do want to check two things before moving on to the next step. One of them is to ensure that the waistband is the correct width all the way across from one side to the other, and that when you place it together, they're going to be matching up. The second thing is you want to make sure that when you pull your zipper to the upright position, that it's finishing equally at each side. Since both of those things seem to have worked out pretty well, we're going to take the lining, place it right sides together on the outside of the skirt, and sew the seam in line with the left back opening. On the right hand side, we'll do the same thing with a 1/4 inch seam allowance down to the stop, and that will create the tab for the snap on the skirt. We'll trim off that seam allowance very close, turn the lining to the inside, and then we can hand baste the lining to the seam. Here you can see that the left back opening is lining up directly with the zipper tape, and here we have our tab to receive the snap. I've recently started using these clear snaps. Now these are a little bit bigger than your average 4.0 snap. These are 7mm, but I like the profile when they're squished together. They seem to be similar in size, but a little bit less noticeable at the front of some garments. So keep that in mind if you want to try an alternate snap. We'll sew a snap here, and then on the side of the tab, get this fit to the doll and get those final photographs. As you can see from the final photographs, this skirt really does complement Ellowyne's silhouette. A few things you may want to keep in mind is that if you're layering the outfit, you do want to make the skirt loose enough when you put the snap on to make sure that if you're wearing it over a blouse, it still fits properly. I did want to introduce you to the models that I'm using in today's video. And as you can see in the houndstooth, we have a beautiful blonde. Her name is Divine Inspiration, and I purchased her through the virtual doll convention. This beautiful girl to the left of her is actually And Then Some Nima. This is one of the latest releases from Robert Tonner and the Virtual Doll Convention, and there are just a few left for purchase. If you're interested in that, I'll leave a link to the Virtual Doll Convention in the description below. Before sharing with you what came in the mail to add to my collection, I wanted to first tell you a little bit about the 2 Kitty Collier dolls that I currently own. In doing just a minimal search on the internet, I found out that Kitty Collier was actually produced by Robert in 1999. That was the same year that he came out with Tyler Wentworth. The redhead Kitty Collier, although she needs to go to the beauty salon, was one of the first dolls produced, and her waist was solid all the way through the torso. In 2004, he added the articulated waist joint to the Kitty Collier line. I have several patterns available in the collection for the Kitty Collier doll, and when I saw these beauties become available on Facebook Marketplace, I purchased them right away. Let's go ahead and open that box and see what's inside. It's pretty exciting because I haven't actually opened the box. I don't know the quality of the dolls or how they'll actually look, but I trust this seller and have purchased many things from her before. All right, it looks like each doll came with her own stand, which is always super useful. Oh, nice. Look how beautiful she is. She even comes with her original gloves, her nylons, her shoes, that stand, and that hang tag. So she's a really beautiful blonde. Her outfit could use a good pressing, but other than that, she was an amazing deal and under $100. Oh, and there's her hat. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, next we have a nude doll, brunette. She looks to be one of the originals, just like the redhead that I showed you, because there is no articulation at the waist. She has a little bit of discoloring on her face, but I still think that she'll photograph well and be a great model for Designs by Jude. And last but not least, in the bottom of the box, another dress doll, it looks to appear. Oh, perfect. And she is a gorgeous redhead, so I love that. Looks like her braid may have gone around her bun, so I'll have to reattach that. She's got some of her original bracelets. And if we look at her waist, again, one of the older Kitty Colliers, somewhere between 1999 and 2004. All of these dolls cost less than $50 per doll, and the shipping was super reasonable. So I think they're gorgeous. If you want to add to your collection, I recommend that you keep your eye on Facebook Marketplace, as well as the secondary markets, for sellers that are willing to downsize their collection. So here's one final look at all my 18-inch Kitty Collier dolls, and now I feel pretty satisfied that I have one in just about every hair color. Maybe we'll see some new patterns for her. As always, I thank you guys for your time and watching. If you have any questions, please list it in the comment section below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.